Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality healthcare and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
From Greensboro, North Carolina. It's the 11th of 12 total matchups between the Norfolk Admirals and the Greensboro Gargoyles as we continue to wind down this 2025-2026 regular season. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. Nick Gimbel pleased to bring you the Cox Mobile pregame show as we get you set for the second of this specific three-game set. Right now, the Admirals with a 5-5 record through 10 games against this Greensboro Gargoyle team in their inaugural season, the newest North Division rival to this Norfolk Admirals team and the closest geographic rival that the Admirals have going into next season as well. A couple of transactions for the Greensboro Gargoyles means that big number 58, Bryce Montgomery, will not be in the lineup. He was recalled to the Chicago Wolves. Ruslan Hajeyev does once again get the start in net for the Gargoyles. He picked up his 8th win of the season yesterday in the one and only school day game that the Admirals will participate in. It was a game that took 3 hours and 35 minutes to play because of an hour-long delay for a hole in the ice that had to be patched, and we got it fixed up just enough to play the game yesterday in front of a record 16,800 plus here at First Horizon Coliseum. It is the largest crowd in the ECHL in the last 5 seasons. So congratulations to Greensboro for putting on a spectacular school day game event through the ice issues and getting the 70th game of the Admiral season played. So it is the 8th win of the season for Ruslan Hajeyev, an 8.25 4-0 record, 3.54 goals against average, and a .893 save percentage. On the other side, it's Isaac Poulter's net, his 42nd appearance on the season, 23-17 1-0 record, 1 shutout on the season with a 2.82 goals against average and a .903 save percentage. Slight line changes for the Admirals following the 6-2 loss yesterday. The top line remains the same. It is Grant Hebert centering Brady Florent and Brandon Osmondson. The second line will see Christoph Papp centering Michael Cetera, getting a shot on that second line with Jack O'Leary. Third line will be Andre Sutter centering Jaden Dureau and Brody Crane. And the fourth line, Nathan Knoll, Nick McCary reinserted into the lineup. And on the right wing, Carter Corpy. Carson Musser and Josh McDougall will be the top defensive pair. Will Magnuson reinserted into the lineup. He'll be on the right side along with Braden Engum. Ben Zalotti and Jack Piscucci will be the listed third D pair. And as mentioned, it is Isaac Poulter's night to shine here in Greensboro. Marco Reifenberger out of the lineup following the injury he sustained in the collision with David Drake, who is also out of the lineup for this evening's matchup. So a standard 12 forwards, 6 defensemen setup for the Norfolk Admirals in game 71 of 72 on the season. The Greensboro Gargoyles will be utilizing an emergency backup goaltender, Matt Roy, from Greensboro, North Carolina, a local product. He has been the e-bug for the Gargoyles in the past. But the backup goaltender was released earlier today. So the Gargoyles forced to go with an emergency backup goaltender for this evening's matchup. Greensboro improved to 19-44, 6-1 for 45 points on the season with yesterday's win. The Admirals at 28-38, 4-0, trying to get to that 30-win mark. Hoping to get win number 29 tonight and prohibit Greensboro from earning their 20th win of the season. Starting for Norfolk, it's going to be the second line, Christoph Papp, Michael Cetera, and Jack O'Leary. And the second D pair of Will Magnuson and Braden Engum getting the start for the Admirals, who will be wearing their road white uniforms trimmed in navy blue and gold. They will start this first period moving left to right across the ice surface. The Greensboro Gargoyles, in an affiliate night, will be wearing Carolina-themed uniforms. Instead of a purple trim on their black base, it will be a red trim. And the Gargoyle logo on the front will be will be holding a hockey stick with hurricane flags on it. Teams are just about ready to take the ice. We'll wrap up our Cox Mobile pregame show and get you set for game number 71 here against the Greensboro Gargoyles.
All thanks to Cone Health. And welcome to the ice for the start of the first period, your Greensboro Gargoyles! Fans, let's meet tonight's D.W. Evans Electric starting lineup, led by assistant coach Jason Binkley and head coach Scott Bird. On defense, number 3, Kayla Price. Starting on defense, number 41, Austin May. Starting at forward, number 8, Zach White. Starting at forward, number 12, Blake Humphrey. Starting at forward, number 55, Jack Seymour. And starting at goal, number 80, Ruslan Hassan. Ladies and gentlemen, your Greensboro Gargoyles. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome North Ashboro Middle School, who will perform God Bless America.
Mountains to the prairies.
Once again, North Asheboro Middle School, and God bless America. Ladies and gentlemen, please join the ECHL, our players and coaches, as we honor America, as we celebrate our freedoms and those who protect us. Please remain standing as we welcome Germantown Elementary, performing the Star-Spangled Banner. Once again, Germantown Elementary with tonight's national anthem.
It's just about that time to drop the puck in game 71 here as the Norfolk Admirals take on the Greensboro Gargoyles for the 11th time out of 12 this season. Isaac Poulter in the net to our left as the Admirals wear their road white uniforms trimmed in navy blue and gold. They'll move left to right across the ice surface as the Greensboro Gargoyles will wear their Carolina Hurricane affiliate themed uniforms. Instead of a purple trim for Greensboro, it will be a red and white trim and a black base uniform. They'll move right to left across the ice surface for period one. Ruslan Hazayev will be in the net to broadcast right. And we're gonna probably have another delay here. Yesterday's school day game was delayed a little bit because of a hole in the ice in the Greensboro defensive end, and the matting that they used for the school group singing God Bless America and the Star-Spangled Banner seems to have left some residue on the near side corner, again in the Greensboro defensive end. So they're going to do the best they can to get it scraped up, and hopefully it's just another couple of seconds of a delay. Nolan Nazevic and Luke Gagnon will be our two orange band referees in a four official system. Jake Rinnert and Evan Knox will be our two linesmen. Christoph Papp, Michael Cetera, and Jack O'Leary get the start with Will Magnuson and Braden Engum. Doors are closed. Players are at center ice. We're ready to go from the First Horizon Coliseum in Greensboro, North Carolina. Game 71 is underway as the former Admiral Caleb Price picks the puck up and sends it up the near side on a deflection. Isaac Poulter with the first touch of the evening. He'll send it to the near corner. Out of his net for Braden Engum. Seymour steals it away. White sends it off the forehead of Isaac Poulter, and Austin May dumps it back into the far side for White. Humphrey has it stolen away by Christoph Papp. Can't get it past White, but good work from Michael Cetera to get it to the red line. Working to get it over the blue line and dumps it into the near side corner after it hit the far side boards and picked up by Caleb Price behind the net. 40 seconds into this game, it's dumped in by Humphrey past Piscucci, and Poulter sends it up the far side corner boards for Braden Engum. Near side, Piscucci looks up ice. He'll send it right through center. Perfect onto the tape of Osmundson, but it gets knocked away from him, and Piscucci will work it up the near side for Grant Hebert. The top line comes out onto the ice. It's knocked out of the air with a high stick, and it's touched by Noah Delmas for our first stoppage, and a high stick called against Greensboro with 18:59. Left in a still scoreless first period. Neither team with their first shots on goal to this point. Well, Jeff Carr said it, and it was fairly apparent that the Admirals had the momentum and energy in the game for the first minute and 25 seconds until the stoppage of play that lasted almost an hour. And then Greensboro came out of the locker room firing on all cylinders and took the 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. So a hot start, hopefully in the books for the Admirals once again, and hopefully they'll be able to maintain that energy and momentum. Benzelotti works it to the top of the far circle. Brady Florent leaves it for Brandon Osmundson. He'll work it behind the net, trying to kick it along for Florent. Eclipsed the 30-goal and 60-point mark in the school day game. Florent for Hebert in the high slot. It's bumped away from him and cleared to the blue line and skated out the rest of the way. Backhanded cross ice. Benzelotti gets back and starts the breakout for Hebert. Over the red line, he'll find Osmundson. Takes a hit trying to move it along to Hebert, and it's collapsed on by a trio of black jerseys, and Greensboro works on the transition. Caleb Price takes a bump from Carter Corpy, who is now wearing his number 19 that he wore when he was an Admiral for Caleb Price. Carter Corpy with a hit on the far side and knocks the helmet off of Josh Grull. That forces him to the bench for a line change, and there's Carter Corpy sending it up the near side for his captain, Carson Musser, offside over the blue line with 17:54 left in a still scoreless first period. Whether you're celebrating a win or bouncing back from a tough game, remember you can always win at Beam Light Sauna. Experience the benefits of infrared saunas and light therapy. Detoxify, recover, and recharge. Visit beamlightsauna.com to book your session today. Face off on the far side, dot in the neutral zone just outside of Greensboro territory. Loose puck finds Will Magnuson. He'll rim it around the boards behind. Ruslan Hazaev has it bounce off the dasher boards and has to get help from his defense to clear it up the far side boards, and it's deflected to the neutral zone for Kramer. Unable to get around Magnuson. Engum gets to it in the corner, thrown up the far boards. Noah Delmas is there, sends it right back into the far side half wall. Cross ice, Brody Crane gets a stick on it and clears it all the way down to Greensboro territory. Delmas into the far side, finds Austin May on the near corner. Brown throws it off the boards, and Duro intercepts for Will Magnuson. Straight up, on and off the stick of Andre Sutter. Brody Crane picks it up, can't get it in deep, and it's pushed over the near side red line. And a hip check thrown on Kramer by Engum, yielding possession to Jack Piscucci, and Engum with a late shot on Kramer that draws the vocal ire of the Greensboro crowd, but it's a good, clean hit. 3 minutes into period one, still no score. Jack O'Leary to the corner for Christoph Papp. Up the wall far side. White clears it out for Greensboro. It's a lob wedge onto the stick of Jack Piscucci in the Admirals defensive zone. Dealing with good forecheck pressure from two black jerseys, and he finds Christoph Papp and Michael Satera to come to the offensive zone. It's thrown cross ice, and DeSantis clears it all the way down to Admiral territory. And icing's going to be waved off. Greg Smith won the race to the dot, so Poulter plays it. Stolen away. Smith near circle. Shot blocked away by Piscucci, and it's in his feet. Sends it to the near circle. Still rolling to the slot. And it's cleared to Michael Satera and cleared off the boards and out past Doyle. DeSantis moves it to the far side, and it's intercepted again by Satera on the near circle. But it's cleared back towards Admiral territory, and Poulter plays it along for Carson Musser. 16:08 left in a scoreless first period. Musser's going to use his legs straight through center ice. Drops it to the near side. Satera, toe drag shot off of Musser, and the rebound was in the low slot, but it's picked up by the Gargoyles. Transition down the far side. Grant Hebert back defensively, forcing a bad shot from Blake Humphrey. Blue line and out for McDougal, held by Price into the far side. It goes over the red line, dumped in off the blocker hand, over the glass and out of play as Austin May sent it towards the Admiral netminder with 15:41 left in a still scoreless first period. Right now, the only credited shot on goal belongs to the home team, the Greensboro Gargoyles. Face-off to be taken on the far side circle in Admiral territory. Top line is out. McDougal moves it along. Florent clears it up to the neutral zone. And straight up through center it goes. On goal for Poulter to cover it up with 15:28 left in the first period. That will be the second registered shot on goal for Greensboro. The Admirals outshot Greensboro 38-30 in yesterday's contest. That's 17 in the third period alone in the come-from-behind effort. Both of their goals in the game were scored in the third period. Hoping to find the back of the net before that 40-minute mark. 15:28 left in period one. There's a jump on the face-off, and Nathan Knoll will be tossed out, as I believe Nick McCary jumped just a little bit. So yes, Nathan Knoll will be tossed out. McCary will come in. Carter Corky will stay on the right wing. Greensboro wins it to the blue line. A shot saved by Poulter. No rebound given up as well. That'll bleed the clock down to 15:24 left in the first period. Still no score. 3 shots on goal now for Greensboro. One more game left in the regular season. It's tomorrow, or excuse me, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's a concert here at First Horizon Coliseum. It is a Friday night game right now. Sunday at 3:15 p.m. Braden Engum throws it off a skate and it goes back into the far corner. Will Magnuson picks up the loose change. Leaves it behind the net for Engum. Nathan Knoll right in front of him. Migrates to the right side. On and off the stick of Carter Corpy, and Caleb Price looks up the near side wall. Gives it right back to his former teammate Will Magnuson, and it's dumped in by Nathan Knoll. Austin May in the trapezoid in Greensboro territory, and Price sends it up the near wall. Jordan Byro right onto the stick of Swetlikoff, and his shot gets blocked away by his opposite number 10, Braden Engum. Will Magnuson and Nathan Knoll earn possession for Norfolk in the near corner on the defensive side. He'll use his speed through center ice. Over the red line, it's dumped in, and he'll chase it down as Ruslan Hazaev comes out of the net to play it to the near side for Dangos. Dangos hounded by McCary, and Delmas leaves it for Dangos, and the Admirals are in the middle of a line change, so Brody Crane takes over the forechecking efforts with 14:26 left in a scoreless first period. Near side in the neutral zone, Dangos gains center ice red and dumps it in, says Evan Knox. Behind, it's Poulter. Sends it up the far side glass for Jaden Dureau. He'll send it off the boards onto the stick of Brody Crane. Andre Sutter's the option on the right side, but Crane going to split the defense. Can't get the shot on goal, and it's cleared off the far side wall. And skated out by DeSantis. Stolen away by Andre Sutter on the back check, and Brody Crane is sprung on the transition. Sutter drops it. Zalotti near circle, down to the half wall. Brody Crane towards a mixer in front, cleared to the far side circle, and sent towards center ice on and off the stick of Greg Smith, who comes in. Brody Crane is going to take the penalty on the back check. There's going to be a hooking call on Brody Crane, sending him to the beat box, penalty box, with 13:46 left in period one. And our first media timeout coming up. Still scoreless here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia B, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Left in a scoreless first period, and the Admirals are going on their first Centera Therapy Center penalty kill of the night. Brody Crane in the beat box, penalty box for hooking. Faceoff will be in the near side circle. Josh Grawl against Nathan Knoll, who's out there with Jack O'Leary, Josh McDougall, and Carson Musser. Loose puck on the face-off, skated out by Jack O'Leary. He's going to go shorthanded one-on-one against Austin May. O'Leary cuts to the net. Couldn't get the 11th shorthanded goal of the season for the Admirals. 2-on-1 develops. McDougall falls in the neutral zone. Cross ice. Greg Smith saved by Isaac Poulter, and O'Leary clears it to the blue line and out. 21 seconds into the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill, and it feels like 3-on-3 back and forth overtime action. Gargoyles settle it down in the neutral zone. Jordan Byro gets around McDougall, not around Brandon Osmondson. He's trying to poke it along for Musser. Eventually finds Brady Florette, but Greensboro takes over. Austin May to the far side. Greg Smith back for May, rips a one-timer, deflected. Saved by Isaac Poulter with the right pad. McDougall and Florent collapse in the near corner. 1:08 left in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Carson Musser picks possession up, sends it the length of the ice. Ruslan Hazaev out of the net to play it in the far corner for Austin May. Straight up for the Gargoyles in the neutral zone. That goes off the stick of Brady Florent. Braden Engum picks it in the near side corner in the defensive zone, sends it up the far side. No one's there for Norfolk, but it's intercepted by Brandon Osmondson, who finds Florent shorthanded. 2-on-1 for Osmondson in the slot. He'll stop in the circle, holds on to it, and it's poked away. 40 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. To the neutral zone it goes. Svetlikov far side, Hanley to the middle. Poulter plays it up back to the far corner. Will Magnuson gets a handle on it, but it's clear to the blue line, not out. Noah Delmas near side, walks down to the top of the circle. And Hanley has it go off the body of Osmondson, trying to tie him up on the near side. Fluttered away by Nathan Knoll, and he'll clear it the length of the ice with only 15 seconds left in the kill. Noah Delmas trying to restart it quick for Noah Hanley. Over the blue line, onside. He's lit up by Piscucci, and it's cleared to the far side corner. Delmas, cross ice for Hanley, having to peel himself off the ice after meeting the full brunt of Jack Piscucci, who blocks the shot. Back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Brody Crane out of the beat box, penalty box, and Jack O'Leary allows both teams to make some line changes. Now he'll come through center ice. The Cornell product with a stutter step over the neutral zone red line. Christoph Papp works it to the half wall. Piscucci blue line shot saved by Hazaev. No rebound given up. 11:25 left in a scoreless first period. Second shot on goal for the Admirals. Still no score, but they are 1 for 1 on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Jack Piscucci moves it from the blue line to Ben Zalotti on the far side. Christoph Papp working it back to the near blue line for Zalotti. Top circle shot deflected by Piscucci. Right on goal, and Hazaev covers it up. What a tip from Piscucci. 11:08 left in this scoreless first period. Zalotti head up the whole way. Perfect deflection from Jack Piscucci, trying to go 5-hole. Hazaev had to stick there. Face-off back on the near side circle. Sutter, Corpy, and Dureau with McDougall and Musser. Greensboro sends it off the near glass, glove down by McDougall in the neutral zone, hounded from behind by Kramer. Dureau sends it up for Andre Sutter at the blue line. Dureau gets it back, falls down coming over the blue line, and McDougall moves it along for Musser. He'll backpedal all the way over the offensive blue line. Sutter in the middle. Musser from Corpy tries to go between the legs, and it goes off the body of Hazaev. Back out in front. Musser can't get a handle. Cleared up, held in by McDougall at the far blue line. Bodied away by Humphrey and cleared out to the blue line, but again not out. Near side half wall, Jaden Dureau. Backhanded to the circle and cleared all the way down to Admiral territory. And it will have legs for our first Sheraton Waterside icing of the evening with 10:26 left in a scoreless first period. Now through April 30th, get t-shirts starting as low as $20 and all Admirals novelty items for 20% off when you shop our online store. Visit our website or our social media to access this sale and shop today. Top line out for the offensive zone faceoff following the Sheraton Waterside icing. Scoreless almost halfway through. Musser fakes the shot near side blue line. McDougall towards the front. It's blocked. Never made it on goal for Hazaev. and skated out to the neutral zone by Kramer. Doesn't gain the center ice red line, but chips it in soft enough for no icing and allowing the Gargoyles to make their 5-player line change. Musser straight up for Brady Florent over the center ice logo. And Grant Hebert is going to be taken for a tripping penalty after a collision in the neutral zone. Admirals are going on their second Centera Therapy Center penalty kill of the night. 10:06 left in the first period. Still no score. Norfolk shorthanded for the second time tonight. Grant Hebert is in the beat box, penalty box, as Nathan Knoll gets a talking to for his face-off style, apparently. Saved by Poulter right off the face-off.
93, Grant Hebert, 2 minutes for tripping at 9:54 in the first period. Admirals penalty charge to number 93, Hebert, 2 minutes for tripping at 9:54 first period.
Saved by Poulter right off the blocker hand on the one-timer by Austin May. Byro back to the top of the circle, pushed far side by Grohl. Greg Smith sends it around the boards to the near side for Byro again. Behind the net, intercepted by O'Leary, throws it onto his own netminder, and Poulter had to be careful with that one. 9:37 left in this first period. Still looking for goal number 1 on the evening. Christoph Papp along with Brady Florent out with Engum and Magnuson. Engum from the near corner sends it all the way around the glass down to Greensboro territory. Austin May right back to the neutral zone over a stick, and Christoph Papp allows McDougall a chance to settle it down. He'll send it the length of the ice. 1:10 left in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Dropped back and through the neutral zone. It's sent in by Byro, gloved down by Poulter, but he allows Musser to send it to the neutral zone. Florent gets a step on it. Papp is there 2-on-1. Florent goes back door. Good defensive play by Greensboro. McDougall to the front, deflected, rebound far side. Papp can't get a handle on it. 45 seconds left in the kill. Near side half wall in the offensive zone. Brady Florent holds it in the corner, trying to kill time. Tries to backhand to McDougall at the blue line, but it's intercepted by Greg Smith, who gains center ice red and dumps it in. Poulter's out of the net, plays it far side for Carson Musser and sends it the length of the blue line for Brandon Osmondson. Michael Satera goes to the net. Osmondson has it stripped away in the near corner, and Noah Delmas holds onto it patiently in the trapezoid. Geometrically up the far wall, intercepted by Zalotti, and Satera sends it back down the ice. 13 seconds left in the kill. Pushed up through center for Caden Brown. Over the blue line in the Admiral zone. Shot doesn't get taken as Osmondson steals it away. He bears out of the beat box, penalty box. Osmondson finds him up the near wall. In the middle, Michael Satera right in. What a blocker save from Ruslan Huseyev. Unreal with the right hand. Noah Delmas picks up the loose change behind the net. That close for Michael Satera's first professional goal. Instead, we stay scoreless. Intercepted far side. Goes back behind the net. Up to the near half wall, Carter Corpy battling to try to get it out. Cross ice pass from Humphrey. Knocked down, and Carter Corpy works it up for Grant Hebert. Trying to find Duro on the stretch pass. Pescucci with the step up on Svitlikov, backhand forehand. Zalotti with the defensive play, comes off the outside of the net through Isaac Poulter. And Jaden Duro sends it up the far wall. 7:07 left in a scoreless first period. There goes Grant Hebert on a 2-on-2 with Carter Corpy. Knocked away by Josh Grawl off the far half wall. Hebert tries to move it along the blue line and pushed up the far side. Will Magnuson steals the puck away behind the net and rims it back to the far side. Seymour is first on it, sends it in front. Engum intercepts. Engum avoids a hip check, moves down the far wall, tries to work towards the front of the net. He'll drop it off for Nathan Knoll on the far half wall. Back behind in the far corner, it's Andre Sutter. 6:35 left in a scoreless first period. Norfolk 2 for 2 on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Still battling for it on that far side corner. It's a 3-on-3 battle as McCary and Doyle join in. Greensboro fans starting to grow restless as Andre Sutter doesn't want to yield possession. Still being held on to on the far side. And I believe right now it's Nathan Knoll who has it. The puck is moving. It's not being held along the dasher, and now it's moved along to the near side, too far away from Braden Engham, and it goes down to Admiral territory. Up for Magnuson, in the middle for Nathan Knoll. Spins away from the back check of DeSantis and dumps it in at the red line. Blockered away by Hizaev to the far side corner. Nick McCary gets first on it. He's bodied by Dangos, cleared to the neutral zone. No, it's held in by O'Leary for a moment. Now it's picked up by DeSantis. Partial 3-on-2. Backhands to the far side. Good strip and steal from Jack O'Leary. Gets back on his feet. Sends it off the shin pads of Jaden Dureau. Trying to chase Dangos into the near side circle. Thrown off the glass and out towards Admiral territory. 5:20 left in a scoreless first period. Musser, bodied by White and intercepted by White. He'll send it off the shoulder of Poulter. Far side corner. Back into the mixer for Cetera. He'll backhand it along for Christoph Papp. Jaden Dureau through center. Cross ice past the stick of O'Leary to the near side. Inside the 5-minute mark of period 1. Noah Delmas, near side for Brown. He'll corral it off the wall. Unable to get around Jack Piscucci, and he'll send O'Leary up the near side wall. O'Leary falls down, coming over the blue line. Stretch pass is on the mark. White near circle. Glove saved by Isaac Poulter, and a dandy with 4:36 left in a scoreless first period. We'll step aside on another media timeout here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. 4:36 left in this first period.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
This is Josh McDougall, and you're listening to Admirals Hockey on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. Now let's get back to the action with Nikki Gimbel.
4:36 left in a scoreless first period here from the First Horizon Coliseum. Norfolk 2 for 2 on their Centera Therapy Center penalty kill efforts. Still scoreless as Price sends one on goal, and Poulter snares it down with the blocker hand. 4.5 left in this first period. Shots 10-6 now in favor of Greensboro. Another near side circle face-off coming up. Piscucci joins the puck battle and sends Florent up the near side wall. Comes back to Piscucci and past Price on the stick of Brandon Osmondson, who leaves it for Florent to the near circle. Florent walks, fires a slow roller after the deflection, and Hizaev covers it up with 4:15 left in a scoreless first period. Face off near side circle. Top line out. Hebert, Florent, and Osmondson with Pascucci and Zalotti. Still no score. 4:15 left in the first period, and we'll do the face-off over again. Austin May not too pleased with Evan Knox, who is calling him out for encroaching into the face-off circle. Rolls right onto the stick of Svetlikov, who sends it to the neutral zone. Hanley back for May, around Osmondson and around Florent, and a 2-on-1 partially developed. Hebert makes it a 2-on-2. Biro tied up. Osmondson near corner gets it back. Florent collides with Hebert, but back for Florent with possession. Straight up, deflected at the red line. Cleared through neutral ice. Svetlikov down the near half wall, thrown on goal. Poulter covers it up. 3:43 left in the first period. Well, not only a big congratulations is in order, but a big happy birthday to the Admirals head athletic trainer, Darcy Weart. 46 SPHL games. This is his 354th ECHL game worked. For 400 career professional games worked as a head athletic trainer. And it's his birthday. So congratulations and happy birthday to Darcy Weart, making sure this Admirals team on a nightly basis, day in and day out, one of the hardest workers in this Admirals organization, making sure the players and everyone in and around is at peak physical condition, ready to perform every single night. The officials don't seem to appreciate the birthday message. Ben Zalotti was just thrown in the beat box penalty box. The Admirals are going on their third Centera Therapy Center penalty kill of the night, and no one up here on press row knows what the penalty call is. Far side circle face-off in the defensive zone coming up. So I guess we'll all learn together when the announcement is made on what this penalty call is for and why Ben Zalotti is in the beat box penalty box. And we're going to do the face-off over again for another illegal start. Back ready to go on the far side in the Admirals defensive zone. Gargoyles win it.
Admirals bench minor penalty, served by number 44, Ben Zloty, 2 minutes. At 16:17 of the first period, Admirals bench minor penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, served by number 44, Zloty, 2 minutes. At 16:17 of the first period.
So someone on the Admirals bench said something that upset the officiating staff, and Ben Zalotti is just serving the minor penalty, or the bench minor penalty. So the third Centera Therapy Center penalty kill of the evening for the Admirals in effect. They're able to send the puck down to the Gargoyles' end for a face-off. Knoll with the face-off win. Magnuson for Engum, who fans on the one-timer. And possession held by Josh Grawl for Austin May behind the Gargoyle net. May back. And Josh Grawl over the blue line. It's knocked away by Engum. And Nathan Knoll sends it down for a reset for the Gargoyles. Dumped in, hits a stanchion to the far corner. McDougall sends Florent up the near side, but it bounces over his stick. Greg Smith to the near side. Osmondson on a light forecheck pressure. DeSantis will move it back for Austin May. 2:37 left in a scoreless first period. 53 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. DeSantis dumps it in. Back behind McDougal, has it knocked away from him. Jordan Byro on the near circle, moves it back to the far side. Off the paddle of Poulter to the blue line, gloved down by Austin May. To the corner, it gets moved up to the half wall for Byro. Back down to the corner, DeSantis knocked away by McDougal, trying to find Florent. Successful clearance for the Admirals. 2:05 left in a scoreless first period. Third penalty kill for the Admirals this period. And we're going to go 4-on-4. Looks like too many men on the ice for the Gargoyles. So we'll play 4-on-4 for 18 seconds, and then the Admirals will have still a fairly decent length of a first New Horizon Bank power play of the evening. Hanley is in the Gargoyles beatbox penalty box, serving the too many men on the ice penalty.
2 minutes for too many men on the ice at 18 minutes in the first period. Gargoyles penalty charge to number 6, Hanley. 2 minutes for too many men on the ice at 18 minutes first period.
This one's cleared all the way down the ice. It's 4-on-4 even strength. So that is a Sheraton Waterside icing. So Greensboro will not be allowed to make a line change. They've got to keep their 4 players out, and the Admirals get an offensive zone faceoff with $1:40 left in first period on the New Horizon Bank power play. Grant Hebert chooses for the faceoff to be taken on the far side circle. And he wins it right back to the blue line for Ben Zalotti. To the slot, Hebert. Far side, Osmondson. Blue line, Zalotti. Far side circle, Osmondson walks to the corner. Florent. Cross ice. Pap was there, and it bounces over his stick. Hebert to the blue line, Zalotti. Far side, Osmondson in the circle. Holds. Florent in the corner. Walks to the middle. Paddled by Hizaev. Pap sends one on goal. It's blocked away and cleared the length of the ice by Seymour. 1:10 left in period one. The same amount of time that's on the New Horizon Bank power play. That bench minor for too many men on the ice was called right at the 2 minutes remaining mark. Down to the corner for Christoph Pap and Brandon Osmondson. Into the middle, Florent and Hebert moving it to the blue line for Ben Zalotti. Near side circle, it's Osmondson. He'll walk to the top of the zone. Far side circle, Pap looks, cross ice is forced and intercepted, stolen. Florent on goal, save Hizaev. Rebound is a bouncer, fought off by Hizaev. It's still loose on the far side. It's cleared to the corner and Florent holds on to it. Looking back to the blue line, it's stolen away by Greg Smith, and the Gargoyles have a 3-on-2 shorthanded. Doyle around Hebert, he shoots, saved by Mason Poulter. And Pap is winded at the end of his shift, and Osmondson picks it up on the near side boards. 15 seconds left in the period. O'Leary down the ice, and it's a Sheraton Waterside icing with 11.7 seconds left in the first period. Might have ourselves a bit of a goaltending battle here on this Friday night. That one was really close to going in as it bounced past Hizaev. He is doing nothing but laying there like he's sunbathing on the beach. Face down in the crease, and the Admirals can't poke it home. Admirals win a defensive zone faceoff. DeSantis has it poked away by McDougal, and Osmondson finds O'Leary. 5 seconds left in the period. Slap shot off a shin pad of Caleb Price. Austin May up the boards. 1 second left. McCary to the middle, but it's intercepted. That'll be it for the Admirals' first New Horizon Bank power play, and that'll be it for period number 1. No score between the Gargoyles and Admirals after 20 minutes of play. When we come back, it'll be the Buds, Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric. First intermission show right here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in, and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
And the first to reach their person will win.
It is another pucks and paws night here in Greensboro.
All right, here we go.
And there's a dog race about to happen on the ice.
1, go!
The German Shepherd is out to a lead.
Whoa, what's this stormy? And the dogs are running loose. We got some winners down on the left. And it looks like we got a winner down on the far right of the ice, or your left, depending on where we're at. And the pups are still making their way down. We got a little tie-up down here in the end, but it's all pets considered and all fun here at the Coliseum tonight.
Still no score after 20 minutes of play. A little bit of a chaotic first period has become pure total chaos in this first Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric intermission. Shots 12-10 in favor of the Gargoyles. And there's a golden doodle that is just running all over the ice. Not willing to be contained. Greensboro 0 for 3 on their power play opportunities. Norfolk 0 for 1. It was an abbreviated power play. Only about a minute and 42 seconds of power play time was given after 18 seconds of 4-on-4 play. But the Admirals 0 for 1 on their power plays. Greensboro 0 for 3. As mentioned, shots 12-10 in favor of Greensboro, but no scoring to this point. When we come back to the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric first intermission show, we'll take a listen to the ECHL Plays of the Week, the final ECHL Plays of the Week, as we only have one more game remaining in this regular season coming up on Sunday, right back here in Greensboro, North Carolina.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action, in the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward. That spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for that.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The catastrophic injury team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia B, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
Admirals on WGNT 27.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
It's hard to believe that this is the last week of the regular season. Next week, 16 teams will be ready to compete for the Kelly Cup Championship. Good evening, hockey fans. Jake Maurice with you in the final rendition of the ECHL Plays of the Week for the 2025-26 season. We start out in Kansas City, where the Brabham Cup champion Mavericks made history on Saturday night, earning their 55th win of the season on Fan Appreciation Night, setting a new franchise record. Their star defenseman Marcus Crawford also set a franchise record when he picked up an assist on Jackson Judding's power play goal.
Souter from the point to Carew. Up to Judding, now Crawford. Back to Judding in the slot. Shoots, scores! Jackson Judding's got his 30th of the season, and Marcus Crawford is the all-time leader in single-season assists in Mavericks franchise history.
That milestone was another feather in Crawford's cap, as the ECHL's top point scorer continues to build an airtight case for league MVP, leading the Mavericks in that game to a 4-3 win over the Wichita Thunder in KC's final home game of the season. That was Alex Von Keudel on the call on the Mavericks Broadcast Network. KC's opponent in the opening round will be the Tahoe Night Monsters, who last Saturday wrapped up their season series against the Allen Americans in the Lone Star State. With both teams having split the first 4 matchups, this one came with some bragging rights on the line, and in overtime, it was forward Kevin Wald who secured the season series for Tahoe.
This is Poliani up top, over to Wall, a shot, they score! Kevin Wall with the OT winner, his 20th of the year, and the Night Monsters win the season series against Allen with an OT thriller here on this Saturday night.
With that goal, Wall became the 6th Night Monster this season to join the 20-goal club. Tahoe finishes the regular season with a 2-game road trip this weekend in Rapid City ahead of the playoffs. That was Brendan Paul on the call for the Night Monsters Broadcast Network. In the Central Division, the Iowa Heartlanders hosted their last weekend game and did right by their fans, overcoming a third-period deficit to force overtime with Indy.
Indy has hit their coveted 3. Lundy and Kelty. Lundy! Kelty scores! It's Kelty Mania again! We are tied at 3 in the Heartland! Kelty, Jerry Leon!
The incredible patience. I mean, Lundy passes this at the exact moment. Flores never sees it coming.
That was David Fine and Chris Peters on the call on the TV side, Mediacom MC22, in front of Iowa's best ever Sunday crowd. Now in the North Division, the Maine Mariners got off to a dicey start on Wednesday night, hosting the Adirondack Thunder to open a stretch of 4 games in 5 days in Portland. After allowing 4 first-period goals, the Mariners found themselves down 5-0 early in the second. Still facing a 4-goal deficit at the end of 40 minutes, Maine made a miracle comeback in the third as Sebastian Vidmar, Antonio Venuto, Robert Cronin, and Zach Jordan all scored in the span of 8 minutes and 31 seconds to stunningly, unbelievably bring the game back even. Here's the goal that tied it up.
As Jordan was trying to get it to Vidmar. Back at the line for Anderson. Off from Massicott. Hill wristed it. And a save by Brennan. Rebound clear right off of Vidmar. Back to Anderson again from the middle. Tipped in. They score! Tipped in front by Zach Jordan. The Mariners have erased a 5-goal deficit and have tied it up. This is incredible.
Although the Thunder took the game in a shootout, the comeback springboarded the Mariners to a weekend sweep over the Norfolk Admirals to close the week with 7 of 8 possible points, locking in home ice for the opening round of the playoffs. That was Michael Keeley on the Maine Mariners Broadcast Network. Speaking of Adirondack, on Friday in Trois-Rivières, the Thunder clinched their playoff spot with a 4-3 road victory over the Lions. Brandon McManus scored his 29th and 30th goals of the year, including the eventual game winner.
Back up top, Hutchison. Hutchison to Fawcett. Fawcett to McManus. Penalty is over. McManus, Campbell, one-timer, shot, save, rebound, scores! Brandon McManus! A minute and 52 seconds into the third period, his 30th of the season and second of the game.
That was Rob Lapolis on Hits 95.9 and the Thunder Broadcast Network. The Greensboro Gargoyles trailed 5-1 in the early stages of the second period against the Worcester Railers on Friday. After dropping the gloves 53 seconds into the middle frame to avenge a hit on Gargoyles assistant captain Artie Borshov, Greensboro rookie Drew Kuzma led his team back into the contest with a Gordie Howe hat-trick, becoming the first Gargoyle ever to attain that feat.
Brown to the net, rebound, Hanley scores! Back-to-back power play goals! 5-3 as Greensboro's clawing their way back. Kuzma was in on the play, and there's the Gordie Howe.
In the South Division, the Savannah Ghost Pirates were playing their biggest game of the season against the Greenville Swamp Rabbits. Tied up in the third period, the Ghost Pirates would take the lead for good thanks to Nicholas Zabane.
Is able to back it up all the way in deep. Trevich from beneath the goal line, backs up. Zabane backdoor shot. He scores! Savannah retakes the lead thanks to Nicholas Zabane with 6:10 remaining in the third. Oh, Drevich tried it in the first period, didn't get it to work. This time he does, as it's a multi-goal game for Zabane.
The come-from-behind victory propelled the Ghost Pirates to clinch their first playoff berth in franchise history later in the week. That was Isaac Basinger on the call for the Ghost Pirates Broadcast Network. We finish off with the Ghost Pirates' first-round opponent this season, the Florida Everblades, rebranding as the Skunk Apes on Friday against the South Carolina Stingrays. Forward Taryn Pfizer netted the eventual game-winning goal, breaking a 1-1 tie in the first period.
Now along the near wall, it's picked up by Pinard. Everblades get it back again, though. Smolik playing it. Pfizer scores! Pfizer tearing it up, and it's 2-1 for the Skunk Apes.
After clinching the South Division 2 weeks ago, the wins last week over South Carolina locked in the Eastern Conference regular season title for the Everblades. That was my compatriot Mike Kelly with the call on the Florida Everblades TV network. From the Florida Everblades radio network, this is Jake Marie signing off at the end of another excellent season of the ECHL Plays of the Week. It's been a pleasure to have you along with us for the entire ride, and for the 16 teams going into the Kelly Cup playoffs this year, best of luck to everybody competing for the Kelly Cup.
That'll do it for the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric first intermission show. We'll welcome the teams back onto the ice for the start of period number 2 here at the First Horizon Coliseum. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network, pleased to bring you all the Admirals action as we wind down the 2025-2026 regular season. The teams will swap ends for this second period. Isaac Poulter will be in the net to broadcast right as the Admirals in their road whites trimmed in navy blue and gold. They'll move right to left across the ice surface. Ruslan Hazayev in the net to our left as the Gargoyles wear their Carolina Hurricane affiliate-themed uniforms. So instead of a purple trim on their black base uniforms, it is a red and white trim moving left to right. Same line that started for the Admirals will start for the second period. Pap, Cetera, and O'Leary. Now with Engum and Magnuson, White will dump it into Admiral territory. Engum sends it up the near wall, and he'll skate it to the red line. O'Leary will come down the near side boards to the offensive zone, trying to move it back to Christoph Pap, and it finds its way back to the neutral zone. Engum with a hard hit on Humphrey. O'Leary drops it. Pap trying to get it. O'Leary fires off the chest protector of Hazayev, and he clears the rebound to the corner with some help. Up the far wall, it's deflected a couple of times. No icing. It did hit the stick of Braden Engum. From the far corner, Gargoyles work it to the blue line. Delmas shot, blocked in front, went just wide. Magnuson can't get a handle on it. And it is poked back up the far wall. Michael Cetera dumps it in. Sends it wide of Hazaev. And Delmas sends it up back to the neutral zone. Jordan Byro on for Svetlikov, trying to get around Carson Musser to the high slot. Saved by Poulter with the right pad is Hanley, who had 2 goals on yesterday's game. Unable to solve Isaac Poulter. Andre Sutter, who scored in yesterday's game for Norfolk, can't get the shot on goal, and it's pushed up the near side wall for Hanley. Icing was called inadvertently by the officiating staff, so it will come out back towards center ice. Both teams will be allowed to make their line changes. Still no score. Early parts of period 2. Game number 71 of 72 on the season for both of these teams. Sunday's afternoon matchup will be the season finale for both of these teams, and for the Gargoyles, it will be the final game of their inaugural season. The second ECHL team to be in this area. They hosted a throwback weekend last weekend as they rebranded as the Greensboro Monarchs, the original minor league hockey franchise that was here. And the Carolina Hurricanes started their franchise here. So the Gargoyles are the 3rd professional Greensboro organization to play in this First Horizon Coliseum, mainly hosting a lot of collegiate basketball events, being in UNC country. Isaac Poulter couldn't play it. It was in the no-touch zone, so Ben Zalotti takes over behind the net. 18 minutes left in a scoreless second period. Deflected in the neutral zone, no icing. Ruslan Hazaev up to the near side. Picked up by Brian Huggins out to the neutral zone. 2-on-2, now 3-on-2. Huggins, high slot, drops it. Too far away from White. Brady Florent, 2-on-1. And Ben Zalotti takes a penalty in the neutral zone. Cross-checking on Ben Zalotti as the Admirals had a 2-on-1. Ben Zalotti in the beat box, penalty box for cross-checking. 17:37 left in a scoreless second period. Admirals on their 4th Centera Therapy Center penalty kill of the evening. Gargoyles win the face-off to the blue line.
Number 44, Ben Zalotti, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 2:23 second period. Admirals penalty charge to number 44, Zalotti. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 2:23 second period.
Admirals throw it down for Ruslan Hazaev to play it up to the blue line, and Greg Smith resets it. Working around Nathan Knoll to the neutral zone. Engum falls down, works over the blue line, does Smith. He fell down himself, and it goes back out to the neutral zone. 3 minutes into the second period. Austin May, center ice logo, over the blue line, knocked away by Engum onto the stick of Greg Smith. Sends it behind the net. Engum with a hit on Smith, back behind the net, but it comes to Jordan Byro. Kramer back cross ice, and it's deflected over the glass and out of play. 1 minute and 11 seconds left in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. The cross-checking penalty to Ben Zalotti has the Admirals shorthanded for the 4th time tonight. We're only 23 minutes and 13 seconds in. It's quick math. 16:47 on the clock. Christoph Papp with the face-off win, comes to the high slot. Florent can't get a handle. Poke to the high slot for Noah Delmas. Walking down to the near corner, cycles it around the boards to the far side for White. To the blue line, Humphrey. It's knocked away by Christoph Papp. He'll chase it to the near side half wall. Florent goes to the net. Papp from the corner, out in front, and it's paddled away by Hazaev. Musser, near side, Papp shoots, saved by Hazayev. Gargoyles take possession over with 40 seconds left in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Noah Delmas over the blue line in the Admirals zone. He'll fall down. Brady Florent will send Christoph Papp on a shorthanded opportunity down the far side boards. Papp works to the high slot, can't get the shot on goal. Zach White through the neutral zone. Hanley, cross ice, Svetlikov from the far circle. 15 seconds left until Zalati's out of the beat box penalty box. Braden Engum picks it up. He's still short-handed, so he'll send it down the ice. And that'll do it. The Admirals will be 4 for 4 on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. We're back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Over the blue line, McCary. Near circle shot blocked away by Adenaye. And McCary moves it up to the near side. Out towards the neutral zone for Michael Satera and Jack Piscucci. Miscommunication, and Braden Engum has to send it around the boards to the far side. Out for Nick McCary. Reinserted into the lineup, takes a hit, moving it around the boards to the far side. Carson Musser, fresh off the bench, has to regain possession in the neutral zone. He's bodied by Blake Humphrey, and Will Magnuson takes over. On and off the backhand of Musser, but he dumps it in. Takes a hit from Adenaye in the process. Hazayev around the far side wall. Picked up. Andre Sutter's shot goes just wide. Musser back on the near blue line. Sutter stepped down the wall, colliding with Seymour and Adenaye, but it's picked up by Greg Smith. Seymour down the near side. Allows Greg Smith to go in. Poke check by Isaac Poulter. Keeps the puck in the corner. Seymour's first on it. Back below the goal line it goes. Jordan Byro colliding with Magnuson to the blue line for Huggins. Cross ice, Caleb Price. Shot towards the front. Rebound there. Saved by Poulter. Blue line for Huggins. Cross ice. One-timer from Smith. Blocked in front by Andre Sutter, and it's cleared by Satera. Gargoyles try to transition quickly. It's dumped in by Smith. Humphrey trying to find Greg Smith around Carson Musser. Poked around to the far side half wall. 13:53 left in the second period. Turned over right onto the stick of a Gargoyle. To the high slot. Back on for Jaden Dureau and Brody Crane. Crane through neutral ice. Far side, Hebert towards the front. Dureau was tied up, couldn't get the shot on goal, and it's cleared by Norfolk all the way down to their own defensive end. Isaac Poulter all the way to the near half wall to play it for Braden Engum. Far side, Piscucci has an open skating lane to the near side. If he moved it to Dureau, instead he'll take the skating lane straight up the far wall and chase it down himself. Jaden Dureau, far circle, spinorama all the way to the corner, walks to the bottom of the circle, takes refuge behind the net, works to the near side. He's tied up on the near side. He may have drawn the penalty, and he did. DeSantis is going to be taken for holding with 13:11 left in period 2. Still no score on the Centera Norfolk Admirals broadcast network. And when we come back, the Admirals will be on their second New Horizon Bank power play of the evening.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear, we made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down, we go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
Left in this scoreless second period, and the Admirals are going on their second New Horizon Bank power play of the evening. Still no score, approaching the halfway point of the game. Grant Hebert will choose for the faceoff to be taken on the near side circle. Pap leaves it at the blue line for Zalotti. Near side Osmondson to the circle, into the front for Hebert, rolls away from him, gets it back in the far circle for a moment. Fans and the Gargoyles want a tripping penalty on Hebert, but with the Admirals already having taken 4 penalties in the game, not even at the halfway point, the arm of the official stays down. Benzalotti over the blue line, knocked into the far corner, holds on to it, works to the top of the zone for Christoph Pap. Far side circle, Benzalotti to the corner, Florent back door, and it's deflected away from Osmondson. Hebert tries to cycle it down low. Osmondson trying to find Florent in the middle, he gets it back. Zalotti, far circle, no shot taken. Pap straight away at the blue line, works down to the near circle, crisscrossing with Grant Hebert. Pap around the boards to the far side blue line, Zalotti can't hold it in. Halfway through the New Horizon Bank power play, the second of the evening for the Admirals. Hebert for Florent, too far away from Christoph Pap, and Svetlikov clears it. Jack O'Leary trying to work over the blue line. It's knocked away into the corner by Huggins. Satera behind for McCary, and near half wall Dureau. Straight away for Josh McDougall, 30 seconds left on the power play. Nick McCary for Dureau at the blue line, top of the zone. Works straight down Main Street to the near side circle for Josh McDougall. Cross ice, it's Dureau. To the far side circle, Nick McCary straight away Dureau. Lets one go, it's deflected just over the crossbar. McCary for O'Leary, far circle, cross ice deflected to the corner. 8 seconds left on the New Horizon Bank power play. Satera works from the corner, cross ice, intended target of Nick McCary, it's intercepted, and off the skate of Humphrey over the blue line onside. Knocked away by Jack O'Leary, who is back defensively. McDougall, the lone defenseman on the ice. Now Musser is on the ice. Almost too many men on the ice for Greensboro again, as Michael Satera picks it up in the defensive zone. Carson Musser up the near side. And Hanley trying to move it along up the near side for Kramer. Over the near side circle, falls down at the half wall, and Dureau will allow Carson Musser to come up the near side. Knocked down by May, Dureau picks it right back up. Dureau looking for a drop pass. O'Leary, high slot, he's shouldered down by Kramer. And cleared to the neutral zone, glove down by Engum, he'll play it along. Holds on to it in the neutral zone, goes back for his captain, Carson Musser. Spins and backhands one at the blue line for Huseyev to play it. 10-13 left in a scoreless second period. Nathan Knoll does not allow an easy exit. Greensboro does find the neutral zone. Brown over the near side blue line. Lost it in the corner to Braden Engum, and Brody Crane sends Nathan Knoll to the near boards. Far side corner, Will Magnuson starts the breakout, and poked in by Carter Corpy. From the near half wall, Hanley pokes it off a shin pad of Hebert to the neutral zone, resetting for Jack Piscucci. Up the far side, Carter Corpy in front of the team benches. It is an offside play with 9:37 left in period 2. Still no score past the halfway point of the game here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
This is Braden Engum, and you're listening to Admirals Hockey on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Now, let's get back to the action with Nick Gimbel.
.37 left in a scoreless second period. Admirals 0 for 2 on their power play opportunities. Greensboro 0 for 4. We're in the middle of a goaltending battle right now. Scoreless past the halfway point of the second period. Chipped all the way down for Ruslan Hazayev to play it out of his crease up the far side boards for DeSantis. Pascucci sends it back the other way. Greg Smith with a head of steam through the neutral zone, dumps it down the near side wall. Stood up by Hebert and Zalati as Pascucci gains possession. Off the stick of Pascucci, dumped in, delayed offside. Gargoyles touch up, and they'll supply forecheck pressure on Pascucci. Up the way for Zalati, straight through center for Brandon Osmondson. 3-on-2 if the Admirals hurry. Florent, cross ice, near side, Hebert, backdoor. Osmondson deflects it on goal. Back out in front to the blue line. Musser walks in. His shot saved by Hazayev. Still scoreless with 8:46 left in a second period where the shots are also tied 14-14. Top line stays out for an offensive zone face-off on the near side circle. Blocker hand side of Hazayev. Both goaltenders wearing the catching glove on the left hand for this evening's matchup. Adenaye moves it back behind the net for Braden Doyle and backhanded up the far wall, intercepted by McDougall. Osmondson from Hebert. Osmondson near circle backdoor. Hebert, save made, rebound goes wide of the net. Florent pokes at it. Hazayev down and out, and it goes to the near side half wall. Back towards the front, poked wide by Florent. He gets it back to the front. He'll stuff it cross crease, and Doyle moves it back behind the net. Unreal. Svetlikov in the neutral zone the other way for Jordan Byro. Huggins near circle, saved by Isaac Poulter. Florent with the rebound. He's looking for an outlet for Brandon Osmondson over the blue line. Osmondson to the corner. Musser sends one over the net. Osmondson far corner to the net. Deflected by Musser and Florent all the way to the corner boards. Austin May flushed out from behind the net to the far side, and Svetlikov gets it out. 17:45 left in a goaltending battle here in the second period. Still no score. Musser, cross ice, offside, following a collision entering the zone with 7:35 left in period 2. 2026-27 season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your seats for all 36 action-packed home games next season. Being a season ticket holder comes with a ton of great benefits, including an average of 35% off single-game ticket prices. Visit our website or our social media to inquire today and get your 2026-27 season tickets now. 7.5 left in a scoreless second period. Will Magnuson works from the defensive zone. Up the far side boards, comes back onto the stick of Andre Sutter. Back out for Brody Crane. Chip back to Admiral territory. Glove down by White. No hand pass. Magnuson steps up and earns possession for Crane. 2-on-1. Sutter going to the net. Duro down the near side. His shot off the right pad of Hazayev. Rebound. Sutter drops. Crane fires. Hazayev gets back somehow. Crane to the blue line. Zalati fakes the shot and moves it down for Duro. Trying to find Zalati again, and the Gargoyles go back the other way. Good poke check as Engum gets back on the back check, and Zalati steps up to make the play. Brody Crane falls down as Zalati sends it up the way for Duro, deflecting it through the legs with 6:44 left in the scoreless second period. Nathan Knoll on the forecheck with Brody Crane, and it's pushed back behind the net, given up. Crane shoots and scores! An absolute roof job to break the shutout of Ruslan Hazayev, and Brody Crane gets the Admirals on the board with 6:36 left in period 2. An absolute pizza delivered hot and fresh right onto the stick of Brody Crane, and he roofs it over the shoulder of Ruslan Hazayev for the game-opening goal. 1-0 lead for the Admirals. Should be an unassisted tally for Brody Crane. It'll be his 12th goal of the season for his 26th point. Glove down at the blue line in the offensive zone by O'Leary. Cetera moves it cross ice, knocked out of the air by Zalotti. Played by Greensboro, though, so O'Leary plays it legally. He'll work back to the top of the zone and moves it to the corner for Zalotti. It bounces over his stick. He'll work it back in the trapezoid, though. Zalotti to the middle. O'Leary, high slot. Pescucci steps up, can't make the play. Seymour and Hanley go the other way with Christoph Papp back defensively, who makes a perfect read and sends the play to the far side boards. And Pescucci will pick it out from behind the net. Stutter step to the near side boards, and at the red line it's stumped in. He is absolutely stood up by Adanaye. That's maybe the first time we've seen Pescucci hit that hard and falling down. Gets right back up to the bench for a line change, though. Adanaye was at Admirals training camp at the beginning of the year. The scouting report on him was exactly what you saw there, a big body that will hit anything in an opposite jersey. Musser in the offensive zone, a blue line shot deflected off the glass behind the net. Admirals with the 1-0 lead with 5:12 left in period 2. Svetlikov, bodied by Hebert into a turnover for Osmundson. Hebert gets it back at the far goal line. He'll work to the top of the zone for Musser. Musser straight away, shot deflected over the crossbar, works back towards the front, and Doyle sends it behind the net. Adanaye backhands to the top of the circle. Hebert steals it, sends one towards the front that's blocked away. Svetlikov can't get it around Hebert. Florent and Adanaye battling. Osmundson with possession for a moment, and DeSantis works down the near side. Chips it around Musser, and McDougall picks it in the defensive zone. And Musser will slow it down behind the net for Josh McDougall. Osmundson's the breakout option in the defensive zone. He'll look him off and send it up the far wall for Brady Florent. Comes back to McDougall at the red line, patiently waiting to rim it around the boards, allowing Osmundson to get back on side. Osmundson steals it away from Hosea for a moment, and Austin May has to spin away from forecheck pressure. Backhanded off the far boards and out to neutral ice. Engum with the quick reset for Carter Corpy. Sends it off the near side wall. Osmundson will go off for a line change. 4 minutes left in period 2. Dumped into Admiral territory. Huggins colliding on the far side with Magnuson. At the blue line, Caleb Price. Knocked aside by Nick McCary and Will Magnuson, tied up perfectly. McCary up the far side boards for Carter Corpy, colliding with Greg Smith. They'll fall down at the red line, and the Gargoyles try to go on the transition. Huggins will slow it down instead for Caleb Price. May over the blue line, gets past Brody Crane. Intercepted and knocked into the Gargoyle bench by Magnuson for a third media timeout of period 2. 1-0 lead for the Admirals towards the end of period 2 here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a Bud for that.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
And 20 seconds remain in this second period. Brody Crane has the Admirals on the board, and they lead 1-0 over the Gargoyles. It is an official unassisted goal for Brody Crane, his 12th of the season, as the Admirals are out shooting the Gargoyles in this second period 8-3 right now, and 18-15 in the game to this point. Ben Zalotti from behind the net. Brody Crane stretching the zone all the way down to the opposite blue line. He'll cycle back for a set breakout under the stick of Crane, and Delmas takes over. Near side boards, past Duro for Humphrey, but Zalotti moves it up the way for Crane again. Dumps it into the near side corner. Dangos takes over. Pounded by Crane on the forecheck. Referee tied up in the mix as a 2-on-2 battle ensues on the far half wall. Noah Delmas is first on it. Sends a roller up. Intercepted. Zalotti walks in. High slot. Duro saved by Hazayev. Ben Zalotti right there in the low slot, but the left-handed shot working across the ice from the near side was on his backhand. I believe that's the right decision to give it up in the high slot for Jaden Duro. Just a really good save and no rebound yielded by Ruslan Hazayev. 2:38 left in period 2. O'Leary first on it in the offensive corner, rims it to the near half wall for Carson Musser. Tries to move it to the blue line for Cetera, back covering for him. Doyle starts the breakout. Brown hounded from behind by O'Leary into a turnover. Adenaye thrown to the boards by Christoph Papp, and Josh McDougall settles it down. Papp up the far wall in front of the team benches, works it to the high slot, knocked away from him. Michael Cetera trying to leave it for Josh McDougall, holds onto it at the blue line. O'Leary near circle, puck bounces, Musser fires a one-timer, that's blocked away. Far side corner, Christoph Papp, tied up by Brown, holds possession. Backhand to the near circle, O'Leary with 2 minutes left in the period. One-timer by Musser, blocked, he gets it back. Musser near circle, shot saved by Hazayev. Backhanded by Doyle up the near side. McDougall can't hold the line, Humphrey gets it out, pokes it to the middle on a dive for Svetlikov. Blocker saved by Poulter. Rebound, he gets back to make another save, and it's airmailed over the net. Are you serious, Isaac Poulter? Preserves the 1-0 lead, and O'Leary blocks the shot with his right hand and skates it out. You would think this is the last game for a playoff spot. Svetlikov, cross ice, Byro, save Poulter, and it goes wide! No way! What is happening? Dumped in behind Poulter, he comes out to play it in the trapezoid. Engum through center for Nathan Knoll. Has to retreat back to the goal line with Will Magnuson with 60 seconds left in one of the most chaotic second periods I've ever been a part of. Nick McCary will dump it to the far side corner in the offensive zone. Carter Corpy around to the near blue line. Magnuson back deep where it came from. Braden Engum for Carter Corpy down low. Around Nick McCary, Nathan Knoll is on the forecheck effort. Far side half wall, it's poked to center ice over the stick of Engum and Magnuson. Engum has to chase Greg Smith down. Backhanded up the near side, Delmas holds on to it. 30 seconds left in the period. Delmas falls down. Giving a cross check to Braden Engum in the process as the fans want a tripping penalty that they're not going to get. 17 seconds left in period 2. More collisions on the far side. Carter Corpy heads off to the bench for a line change with 10 seconds left. Smith over the blue line. Delmas near side to the high slot. DeSantis blocked away by Florent. Cleared out. Too far away from Osmondson, and that'll do it for period 2. Admirals have the 1-0 lead after 40 minutes of play, and Isaac Poulter is playing like a man possessed. When we come back, we'll recap the last 40 minutes on the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show after a brief break.
The catastrophic injury team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality healthcare and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia B, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
Back inside the First Horizon Coliseum here in Greensboro, North Carolina, as the Admirals hold a 1-0 lead after 40 minutes of play. Brody Crane taking advantage of a turnover right in front of Ruslan Hazaev. His 12th goal of the season, unassisted at the 13:26 mark of the first period. Norfolk 0 for 2 to this point. Greensboro 0 for 4 to this point on their respective power play opportunities. We will head into this second intermission with no carryover penalties or power plays to start the third. Norfolk outshot Greensboro 10-4 in that second period, back-to-back periods with 10 shots on goal. 20-16 is the shot counter in favor of Norfolk, as Greensboro outshot the Admirals 12-10 in the opening 20 minutes of play. As mentioned, this season-long series that consists of 12 games is currently knotted up at 5-5. 12 total games between these two teams. Very back and forth as well. Only Greensboro has been able to win back-to-back games in this season-long series. That happened on February 25th and 27th in the second home-and-home series between these two teams. A 3-2 win at Scope Arena on February 25th, and a 5-3 win for Greensboro right here in North Carolina on that Friday, the 27th. So the Admirals trying to keep that trend going as they took the loss yesterday 6-2. They're hoping to make sure that Greensboro doesn't get another back-to-back win against this Admirals team, and then hopefully get their own back-to-back wins in the season finale on April 19th at 3:15 p.m. When we come back, we teased it yesterday. We'll play a little bit more of the Inside the Fleet podcast episode with Jack O'Leary coming out shortly. We'll tease another clip from that interview on the other side of the break here on the Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric First Intermission Show.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear, we made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down, we go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
WGNT 27 has moved up to Cox Channel 44, where you can catch news in the morning on your time.
Good morning. Thanks for starting your day with us.
Watch evening news at 7 that's worked around your schedule, and late news at 10 that's not too late, helping you get to bed on time.
Thank you so much for watching.
Oh yeah, did I mention we broadcast Norfolk Admirals games? Score! WGNT 27, your home for local news and sports, now on Cox Channel 44.
Hi, Norfolk Admirals hockey fans. I'm Jan Jeffcoat from the National News Desk. Depend on our network of nearly 4,000 local journalists when news breaks across America. Locally covered, nationally connected, the National News Desk covers major breaking news across the nation, region by region, state by state, city by city. The National News Desk is America's News Now. Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on MyTVZ.
Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. The Home Comfort Hat Trick. For all of your home service needs, you've got a bug for that.
When it comes to your home, trust matters, and Home Genius Exteriors has you covered. Our experts are ready to tackle any exterior project for your home. Home Genius Exteriors, a different experience.
The catastrophic injury team at Cooper Hurley helps people injured in truck, motorcycle, and other serious crashes.
We take on big insurance companies and powerful corporations. If you've been seriously injured, call the experts.
Call Cooper Hurley.
Centera. We improve health every day. More simply, affordably, and personally. Why? It's what we were born to do. How? With high-quality health care and exceptional health plans. All for the patients, members, and communities we serve. Centera. Improving health every day.
Back inside the First Horizon Coliseum for the Bud's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show. Brody Crane has the Admirals up by a score of 1-0 after 40 minutes of play. The Admirals being backstopped right now by the heroics of Isaac Poulter to this point as well. Jack O'Leary, I got a chance to sit down with him for the next episode of Inside the Fleet, coming out shortly. The full episode out on multiple platforms, and we'll give you another sneak preview of that episode coming out in just a couple of days. Well, you are one of 2 players on this team, Josh McDougall being the other, that have played all 69 games to this point. At the time of recording this, we're a little more than 13, 14 hours away from a 10:30 a.m. school day game in front of allegedly what is likely to be 17,000 screaming kids, I've been told, at First Horizon Coliseum. What led to this longevity of this season? You and Dougie are the only ones to have played all 69 games to this point. Even Ozzy, who has been healthy all season, has only played in 66 because of his 3-game suspension. So what is there a secret to this kind of longevity that you're having in your first full season?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a secret, but I think it just comes down to just your small habits and details every day, and realizing, how much your sleep, your diet, all these things, snowball into how you feel. And that was probably the main difference coming to play pro from school is you got a lot more time on your hands, right? It's just a normal day. It's just a practice, and then you could work out, you could do whatever, but you still have a lot of time a day, and then you don't really have any school to do. You don't have to go to classes. You don't have to study or write papers at the end of the night. So during that time, you just I think I've done a good job of with my diet, eating the right things, and then stretching, doing some mobility, and I think in the moment, a 20, 25, 30-minute stretch, might not seem like it's doing much, but, like I said, you start to do those small details every day and build up these habits, and it just snowballs, and, hey, just knock on wood, I think everything's been going well.
Well, and again, I'll sound like a broken record, but like you said, how you do one thing, how you do everything. So it's first, congratulations to that, being able to play in the 69 games to this point, but also amassing 44 points in those 69 games, 14 goals, 30 assists. This is the most amount of points you've been able to accumulate in a season since your time with the PAL Islanders. What? And I'll ask it kind of the same way. You've played with Ozzy and Yodes on a line. You've played up and down this Admirals lineup. Just talk to us about the kind of success you've been having this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think you touched on it a little bit with Oz and Yodes, and I think we had a really good stretch there. We played together for a while, so it was nice to get some chemistry. But you get to pro hockey and a team like us, like you touched on, kind of been up and down the lineup and with everyone, but everyone's a good player here,
Yeah.
Like you make that jump from college to pro, and everyone has a good shot, everyone can skate, everyone can hit, everyone's strong. So yeah, I don't really know if I have the answer for what I've done specifically, but I credit that a lot to the guys that are on the ice and who I played with.
And I want to touch on 2 more of them. At the start of the year, you, Engum, and Magnuson, of the players that are on this Admirals team right now, you guys were rookies at the start of this season, and going back to kind of your ability to take on leadership roles. Do you guys take on an early leadership role in your career, even as rookies, just to teach the new guys coming in, the Michael Cetera, the Andre Sutter, the Jack Piscucci, the Killian Keeker-Olsen, these guys that are coming in and playing their rookie games, their first games of pro hockey in the back half of this season? Now you've gone 40, 45 games into this season by the time they're coming in for games 1, 2, 3, and so on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I mean, we have a lot of great leaders on this team, and it's also something I learned at school. It's like everyone's a leader. Our coach always used to say that. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a letter on your jersey or if you're a senior or a freshman. Like, you're a leader in every way, and it kind of it's that constant theme of how you do one thing is how you do everything, and it's like it doesn't really matter, I guess, in a way. I'd say of how old you are, like, or where you came from, or what you did. Like, everyone could be a leader, And if you just do the right things, you don't really need to speak much. You don't really need to say anything. But if you just do the right things constantly, like that's a form of leadership in its own sense. So I think that's kind of how I guess I've tried to lead these guys in a way of just kind of doing the right things and showing them, what it takes to play here. And, hopefully I've done a good job of that for them. They asked me a couple questions and it's more like rookie questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even like little stuff like that, it's been nice because I know the feeling too when you come in, and sometimes it's intimidating to go up to an older guy or intimidating to go up to, just some guys, and you want to just ask the questions to another fellow young guy who you just feel a little bit more comfortable with. So I hope that'd be a good role that I had for them, because I know that's the same thing that happened with me last year. I guess playing those playoff games too, and coming up last year, it definitely helped this year with a little bit of confidence and getting that under my belt and being like, okay, like I could do this. And it just gives you a little bit of confidence, I guess, coming in.
One final. So be on the lookout for the next episode of Inside the Fleet. It'll be with Jack O'Leary. Admirals have taken to the ice. We'll step aside and conclude our Buds Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric second intermission show and bring you the Michelob Ultra Zero third period here in just a moment.
Cars. Nico loves his. The only part Nico doesn't love about his car is paying his loan. So when he saw he could choose the ride rebate option with a Langley My Design checking account and get money back on every car payment, it was all gas and no brake to the Langley app. And because the My Design account lets him change his features when his needs change, it was perfect for this car guy and his new girl. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but after reviewing your case, your claim has been denied.
If you've been in an accident, don't get checked by greedy insurance companies. Call Huffman & Huffman, brothers-in-law, for a winning game plan.
Back and ready to start the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Nick Gimbel here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. Pleased to bring you all the Admirals action as we wind down this 2025-2026 regular season. No carryover penalties or power plays from the second period. We'll start 5-on-5. Isaac Poulter in the net to our left as the Admirals wear their road whites trimmed in navy blue and gold. Ruslan Hazayev in the net to our right as the Gargoyles in their black base uniforms trimmed in red and white in their affiliation night with the Carolina Hurricanes. It's dumped in by Norfolk behind Hazayev. Goes through him, and Caleb Price works it from the near side half wall. He'll work it towards the neutral zone, intercepted by O'Leary. He'll work to the near circle, cross ice for Christoph Papp. Comes to the blue line for Engum. His shot right, saved by Hazayev. Rebound to the far side, and pitchfork to the neutral zone. Flutters over Engum. But a backhander from Will Magnuson goes to the neutral zone. Picked up by O'Leary to the near side over the blue line. Stops up in the corner, works around, back behind the net, around Austin May. O'Leary works to the top of the zone, leaves it. Satera turns, fires, saved by Hazayev. He had no clue where it was. Good positional save from Hazayev. Pescucci over the blue line, near side for Christoph Papp in the circle, lost the handle, and backhanded out to Admiral territory for Jack Pescucci. He'll chase it down for a Sheraton waterside icing against Greensboro with 19:05 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Hey, hockey fans, take the action from the rink to Just Birdies, Norfolk's multi-sport simulator bar and grill. Shoot, swing, and score in over a dozen sports or chill with craft drinks and great eats. It's the perfect play after the game. Just Birdies, where every night's game night. Far side circle face-off for the top line coming out. Offensive zone, blocker hand side of Hazayev. Florent moves it to the blue line for Benzalati. He'll walk to the near side, getting around a forechecker, throws it towards the front, deflected just wide. Osmondson in the corner, far side for Grant Hebert. Back to Piscucci at the blue line. Straight away Zalotti, far side Piscucci, lets one go, saved by Hazaev. The traffic was to the side of the Gargoyle netminder, and he saw it the whole way from the far half wall. Another far side circle face-off coming up. In the skates of Florent, poke to the blue line, and Piscucci has it knocked away from him in the neutral zone. 2-on-1. Byro down the far side, walks to the middle. Glove saved by Isaac Poulter, and no rebound given up. Trying to do what Brody Crane did on Ruslan Hazaev, and Isaac Poulter says, not so fast. .18:35 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. 1-0 lead for the Admirals. Face off on the far side in the defensive zone. Sutter and Musser win the face-off back to Josh McDougall, and up for Brody Crane, who has the only goal in the game to this point. Dumped in at the red line, no icing, but it does go out of play with 18:23 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. And we'll bring the face-off right to the center ice logo. Controlled by Greensboro, back to their defensive end. Intercepted by Jaden Dureau at neutral ice. He'll walk down the far side boards, thrown right back to neutral ice. McDougall and Musser play catch in the defensive end. Back up the near side, McDougall comes down the right wing, drops it at the blue line. Dureau near circle, cross ice intended, but it's knocked away by Huggins. In the corner, DeSantis picks it up. And Jaden Dureau gets a handle on it in the neutral zone. Can't get it out to Brody Crane, who finds it at the blue line and resets it for Josh McDougall. Nathan Knoll patient in the near circle for McDougall, and now near side Musser. Comes over the red line, trying to backhand to Nick McCary. In the corner to the far side for Carter Corpy. Blue line for Engum, walks off the wall, shot saved by Hazaev. Engum from the blue line walks to the corner, tries to send it back to the corner. Kramer can't get it past Knoll at the blue line. Hazaev lost it in the trapezoid for a moment to Carter Corpy. He, McCary, and Knoll are hard on the forecheck. Still in the skates of Kramer. Adanaye moves it near side for Caleb Price. Sheraton Waterside icing called against Greensboro with 16:55 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. If you're watching on Flow Hockey, you see one Admirals jersey there. There's actually a good bit of blue and gold here at First Horizon Coliseum, and anticipated to have a lot more for the season finale on Sunday at 3:15 in the afternoon. So we hope to see Ads faithful out in numbers for the season finale coming up in a couple of days. 16:42 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Admirals holding a 1-0 lead. Christoph Papp rims it to the far side for Michael Cetera, poked away by Austin May, and he'll slow it down. Back up to neutral ice. Cetera on the back check finds Papp on the near side, who pokes it into the offensive zone. May now for Delmas, and up the way for White. Up the wall, it'll find Seymour back behind the Admiral defense. Poulter makes the save. He squeezes the pads, and there's no rebound to be seen with 16:09 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Born Primitive is athlete-driven and Patriot-inspired, creating high-performance fitness apparel built for strength, style, and durability. Check out their full collection at bornprimitive.com and elevate your workouts today. Shots 24-18 in favor of the Admirals. Leading 1-0. Early parts of period 3. Loose puck on the faceoff. McDougall picks it up. Florent moves through center ice for Osmondson down the left wing. Musser and McDougall join the play. Poked around to the far corner. Austin May sends it off a skate to the neutral zone, and McDougall is going to be first on it. Straight through center, deflected to Greensboro territory. Delmas has it stolen away by Brady Florent. Delmas gets it back. To the near side for Austin May. Off the boards into the blue line and out towards center ice for McDougall. Over the stick of Osmondson for no icing. Hebert wins the race. Poke to the near side for Osmondson in the circle. Blue line one-timer. McDougall saved by Hizaev. Osmondson on the rebound, getting help from Hebert to hold on to it. Picked up by Greensboro and thrown out by White. Osmondson up the wall for Hebert and Florent. Back for Osmondson, working to the high slot. No shot on goal, holds it in the corner and sends it up to a vacated blue line. Engum for Magnuson, fresh off the bench. Up for Andre Sutter. Hounded from behind into a turnover from Brown. Brown to the corner, rim to the far side, DeSantis. Bodied by Magnuson, poked back up all the way to neutral ice. Delayed penalty coming up against the Admirals again as Engum throws a hit at the blue line. Poulter earns possession. It's going to be a holding penalty with 14:41 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Braden Engum seems to be the guilty party. So it's another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. It's been perfect. 4 for 4 to this point. Trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Far side circle face off. It's in the legs of the linesman. Nathan Knoll picks it up. Miscommunication with Musser, and Greensboro takes over. Jordan Byro to the trapezoid behind the net. Back to Byro, and DeSantis is behind the net. Far side half wall, Kramer walks around O'Leary and McDougall for DeSantis in the corner. Rim to the near side, Greg Smith is first on it, works to the blue line. Austin May, far side, Kramer, cross crease, and out to the blue line and out to the neutral zone. 35 seconds gone in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Austin May works through the neutral zone, fakes the drop pass, gets around Musser for a moment, pokes up to the blue line, and O'Leary clears it down the ice. 13:48 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. 1:03 left in the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. On and off the stick of Brown. Florent holds on to it, backhands cross ice to the near side. Osmondson trying to work around Delmas, unable to do so. Hanley has it in between the hash marks in his defensive zone. Trying to work a set power play breakout of the Gargoyles. 38 seconds left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Hanley over the blue line, falls down, bodied by Piscucci on the near boards. Osmondson with time to backhand it down the ice. Hizaev will leave it for Delmas. Pressured by Christoph Papp in the Gargoyles defensive zone. Through center for Svetlikov. He'll dump it at the red line into the near corner. Piscucci's going to be first on it. He'll send it right back where it came from, on goal for Hizaev to play it. Braden Engum up and ready to get out of the beat box penalty box. Backhanded by Doyle. Adanaye over the blue line on a chip in. He'll go in on the forecheck. Colliding with Christoph Papp. Engum's out of the box. Back to 5-on-5, full and even strength. Wanting the breakout pass at the red line. He'll dump it in and head off for a line change. And Hazayev will leave it on the near side corner. 12:23 left in the Michelob Ultra, 0 third period. Thrown cross ice to the far side corner. Musser up the way for Crane and Duro in the neutral zone. Duro at the blue line finds Crane coming over the blue line. Backhander over the crossbar. Greensboro's first on it. They'll gain center ice red, chips it off the body of Evan Knox, the linesman. But the second effort is a successful dump in behind Isaac Poulter. Up the left wing for Brody Crane. Working to the offensive zone. Duro near side one-timer. What a blocker save by Hazayev. That was going off the far post and in, and Hazayev made the blocker save, moving laterally right to left. DeSantis and Byro play catch over the blue line. It's knocked away by Engum to the near side corner. Back to the blue line. Dangos walks, fakes the shot around Crane to the near circle. Towards the front glove, saved by Poulter. There's no rebound there. 11:31 left in the Michelob Ultra, 0 third period. Still a 1-0 lead for the Admirals here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Where the pros train to get stronger, faster, and game ready. From the ice to your goals, everyone trains like an athlete at D1. D1 Training Virginia Beach, built for athlete. Open to everyone.
Make this fall unforgettable at Admiral Steak and Seafood. Enjoy Thursday Jazz Night, 50% off select appetizers during happy hour, and Sunday brunch. Make your reservations today.
.31 left in the Michelob Ultra, 0 third period. Admirals still holding on to the 1-0 lead. Brody Crane's 12th goal of the season, unassisted at 13:26 of the second period. Has the Admirals up 1-0. Near side circle face-off in the Admirals' defensive zone, picked up by Norfolk. And Carson Musser looks for an outlet. Through center, Sutter, far side McCary stops up at the half wall. Back to the circle for Carter Corpy. Good support on the forecheck. Greensboro takes over though. And a breakout pass from Jordan Byro will be dumped in by DeSantis. Near corner for Dangos. Around Musser and poked at by McCary. Far side shot goes wide. Near half wall, poked at by Dangos and out past Corpy. Not far enough for an icing call. He'll chase Huggins behind the net. McCary with a hit on the forecheck, but possession still held by Greg Smith. Off the shin pads of Andre Sutter, pushed up the far wall, and Greensboro sends it back into their own defensive zone inadvertently to the near corner. Florent steals it away and will move it cross ice for Hebert. Nick McCary trying to dump it in, and it's chipped back out towards center ice. Off the stick of White, and Zalati moves it along for Florent. Hebert with the drop pass. Cross ice, Zalati, far circle. Back to the near side for Osmondson. Has to try to corral it off the boards, and Caleb Price does that for Greensboro instead. Price hounded by a pair of white jerseys. Hanley colliding with Osmondson. Florent to the near side for Hebert. Settles a bouncing puck for Florent, back again in the circle. Osmondson deflects it. Hazayev makes the save. And Osmondson and Smith will tie each other up with 10:03 left in the Michelob Ultra, 0 third period. But with the Admirals with the lead, Osmondson knows to just skate away and head off for the line change and not take an unnecessary penalty, leading by 1. It'll be a near side circle face-off for Pap, Cetera, and O'Leary. Zalotti and Piscucci are at the blue line. Then Zalotti through center. Left for Zalotti by O'Leary. Dumped in back behind the net. Michael Cetera on the forecheck. Dumped up to the far blue line. Zalotti holds it in, sends it on goal. Hazayev plays it with the glove for Delmas. Up the near side for Hanley. Back for Doyle and Delmas to play catch at center ice. Delmas over the blue line. High slot, far side. Doyle walks in, saved by Poulter with the right shoulder. And Christoph Papp will allow Jack O'Leary to pick it up through center ice. O'Leary spin move over the blue line to the far circle, walks back to the top of the zone. He's bodied, but gets the puck down low for a moment. Picked up by Greensboro, back up by O'Leary. O'Leary trying to get over the blue line. It's knocked away from him, and Dureau comes in on the battle effort. Dureau, far side, O'Leary, the right-handed shot, backhander cross crease to the near side corner. Rim to the near side. Kramer from the red line dumps it in. No icing. Brody Crane is there. To the high slot, Andre Sutter steals it away and sends Jaden Dureau down the far side boards. He'll dump it in. On goal for Hazayev to play it, and no icing. Adanaye on a deflection to the blue line, gloved by Sutter, but it bounces over his stick. Again, down for no icing. Carson Musser drops it for Crane. Off the skates of Musser, who has to retreat back to his defensive end. Crane back for Musser down the left wing. Over the blue line, drops it for Dureau, near top circle. Musser, bottom of the circle, saved by Hazayev. No rebound there. 7:59 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. Still a 1-0 lead for the Admirals here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
Admiral fans, on the ice, every goal counts. At New Horizon Bank, yours does too.
Every vision starts with the first step. Ours started with New Horizon Bank.
In law and business, choosing the right partner makes all the difference. And for me, that partner is New Horizon Bank.
From locker rooms to boardrooms, we fuel growth that performs. Local roots, bold horizons. Got a goal, a vision, a strategy? Let's build it together. New Horizon Bank, where community and ambition meet. Let's embark on the adventure.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
The Norfolk Admirals on WGNT 27.
This is Jack O'Leary, and you're listening to the Admirals Hockey on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network. Now let's get back to the action with Nick Gimbel.
Gargoyles go right back on the attack after a defensive zone face-off win. 7:49 left in the Michelob Ultra 0 third period. They'll battle for it as the puck finds its way to the neutral zone. Austin May chips it off the stick of Osmundson, who earns possession. Pounded from behind by DeSantis, but he holds it on for Zalotti. Up the near side, Caleb Price lets it go through him, and the linesmen make the right call and wave off the icing. To the far side it goes in the offensive zone. Osmundson works it to the near side. Looking at the top of the near circle, Piscucci's shot blocked away. Hebert behind for Florent. Tries to flutter it to the front. Hebert has to corral it on the near boards. Blue line shot, Piscucci deflected just wide. Off the pads of Hazayev from behind the net was Florent's opportunity. And it's cleared to the blue line. Glove down by Piscucci. Down low, Florent skates a stick. It's a bouncer that's taken away by Caleb Price. And a diving effort from Osmundson can't earn possession away from Jordan Byro, and it's dumped in. Icing waved off with 6:45 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Zalotti and Hebert move it along for Piscucci. Glove down at the blue line by White. He'll rim it around the boards to the far side corner. And Zalotti works on it. And he'll airmail it to center ice. Looking for Carter Corpy. Instead, it's Nick McCary. Now for Carter Corpy behind the net. Holding on to it to the top of the far circle. Magnuson near side for Engum. Cross ice. Nathan Knoll. Magnuson shot saved by Hazaev, and McCary is on it at the bottom of the near circle. McCary for Magnuson. His shot deflected by Corpy, and Hazaev pokes at it to clear it to the corner. And White will start the breakout for Greensboro. That goes all the way down the ice for no icing. Engum to the far corner. McCary trying to start the breakout for Knoll, but it's stolen away by Hanley to the far blue line. One-timer near circle by White, blocked away. 5:45 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Braden Engum off the wall, not out. Magnuson, and Engum's going to take the holding penalty. And he is furious. His stick was held as well, and now Engum takes the 10-minute misconduct. The Admirals will be shorthanded when we come back on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
When you need medical care, ask Centera Medical Group first. From minor illnesses to more complex cases, our comprehensive care teams are available 24/7 to deliver the quality, personalized care you need when you need it most. Schedule your appointment today.
Brennan's catchphrase? Never settle. So when it came time to pick a feature for his Langley My Design checking account, like fewer overdraft fees, a car loan rebate, or an exclusive high-yield savings account, Brennan didn't settle for just one. He went with the all-in bundle. Every feature for one low monthly price. Now Brennan's checking account is just how he likes it, and that's everything. Open your My Design checking account online or at any Langley branch today.
.537 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period, and the Admirals are going on another Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Engum heads to the locker room as he picks up a 10-minute misconduct as well. So Brody Crane is in the beat box penalty box, serving the minor penalty for Engum's holding penalty, I believe it is. The Admirals trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Far side circle face-off. Admirals win it to the corner. Musser sends it down the ice. Austin May with the drop pass in the neutral zone, and the Gargoyles come over the offensive blue line. Big hit as Carson Musser stands DeSantis up at the top of the zone, and Isaac Poulter covers it up. And DeSantis, who is one of the smallest bodies on the ice, absolutely shouting at the referees for a penalty call on one of the cleanest hits of the night. .511 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Face off on the near side circle. Gargoyles hold on to it. 1:30 left in the kill. Osmondson chasing Delmas to the neutral zone.
Misconduct in 14:23 of the third period. Admirals penalty charged to number 6 Crane. 2 minutes for holding in a 10-minute misconduct in 14:23 of the third period.
Well, they're crediting all of this to Brody Crane apparently, but it is Braden Engum. On the live scoring, it's correct. They're announcing as Crane. 1:07 left on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Brown to the near half wall for Hanley, hounded by Knoll. Not turned over, but it does find its way to center ice, and Delmas will retreat back. 4.5 left in regulation, which means we have reached the final five presented by Centera. Isaac Poulter's out of the net to play it up the far side glass. It's poked out to center by Osmondson, and he'll head off for a line change. Noah Delmas back in the defensive zone. Around Florent for Brown. Brown to the offensive zone. Rimmed around the boards to the near half wall. And skated out by O'Leary. Shorthanded 2-on-2 with Florent. Drops to the high slot. Florent near circle cross ice. O'Leary saved by Hazaev. 3:50 left in regulation. Norfolk still with a 1-0 lead. 10 seconds left until Crane is out of the beat box, penalty box, serving the minor penalty to Braden Engum. We are back to 5-on-5, full and even strength as of now. Norfolk a perfect 7 for 7 on the Centera Therapy Center penalty kill. Jordan Byro to the far side. Greg Smith rimmed back to the near corner. 3:25 left in regulation. There goes Christoph Papp to the neutral zone. Taking a hit at the blue line from Doyle and yielding possession on the dump in. Brody Crane lays a hit on the forecheck. Centera to the blue line. Musser with a one-timer. Save made, and Crane has a stick. Cleared to the far side corner with no interference penalty. Back to the neutral zone for Benzelati. He'll drop it back for Brody Crane, and Carson Musser with 3 minutes left in regulation. Benzelati off the far wall. Up the way for Andre Sutter. I thought that was deflected by Sutter. He feels the same. But it does turn into a Sheraton Waterside icing with 2:50 left in the Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Ruslan Hazaev stays in the net for a moment. And I think Greensboro is going to use their timeout here. And they will. Brody Crane, the only goal scored to this point, the only player in this game with a point. It was an unassisted goal back at the 13:26 mark of the second period for his 12th of the season. A turnover from a Gargoyle defender on the far side of the net, and Brody Crane lifted it right past Ruslan Hazaev for the one and only goal to this point. 2:51 left in this Michelob Ultra Zero third period. Shots 32-20 in favor of the Admirals. Isaac Poulter will retake his place in the Admirals net as a faceoff will be coming up on the far side circle. In Admiral territory to Poulter's glove hand side. Ruslan Hazaev on the bench. Extra attacker for the Gargoyles with 2:51 left in regulation. 6-on-5 on the ice. Gargoyles win possession. Doyle from the blue line to the far half wall. It's Byro, hounded by Sutter, not yielding possession just yet. Rim down to the corner. Brody Crane clears it out. It rolls to the empty net. Bullseye! Brody Crane's second of the night is a slow roller from the defensive zone, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Admirals with 2:35 left in the third period. Crane was just trying to clear it down the ice and get it out of the defensive zone, and it rolls into the empty net for a 2-0 lead. Hazaev goes back to the Gargoyles net. We'll start 5-on-5, but expect him to go back to the bench if the Gargoyles send the puck into the Admirals' defensive zone. Magnuson and McDougall will send it out to the neutral zone, and Osmondson chips it in for no icing. That'll be Brody Crane's 13th of the season and second of the night. Magnuson back to the neutral zone. Florent on the bouncer, can't get it in. Svetlikov rims it in from the red line. Goes in behind Poulter. Hazaev creeping to the bench.
Number 6, Brody Crane, his 13th of the season on the empty net. Assisted by number 22, Andre Sutter. Time of the goal, 17.
So Sutter gets the lone assist on Brody Crane's second of the night. Ruslan Hazaev is back on the Greensboro bench, Osmondson for Hebert down the far side. He's got a wide open net. He gives it up to Brady Florent, and he puts it in. 3-0 for the Admirals with 1:41 left in regulation. That'll be Brady Florent's 31st goal on the season and point number 61. (3-0) Norfolk with 1:41 left in regulation, and that will send the First Horizon crowd to the exits. Face-off back at center. Puck is down. Greensboro picks it back up. Caleb Price resets it for Adanaye. Over the red line, he'll dump it in. Pad save by Poulter to the near corner. Up to the near half wall, Carter Corpy can't get it out just yet. Seymour trying to get it to the blue line. Nathan Knoll is first on it. Caleb Price trying to chase it down, but Benzalati sends it up the wall. Bouncing at the blue line, Nick McCary trying to get it out. Swatted down to the slot. Brown to the far side. The shot goes just wide. 1:07 left in regulation. 3-0 lead for the Admirals, and the puck finds its way to center ice with 1 minute left in regulation.
Goal scored by number 94, Brady Florent, his 31st goal of the season, empty net. Assisted by number 93, Grant Hebert, number 25, Brandon Osmondson.
So Hebert and Osmondson both get assists on Florent's empty net goal. 44 seconds left in the game. Norfolk leads 3-0. Caleb Price dumps it in. Will Magnuson to the near side for Jack Piscucci. Back to Magnuson. Piscucci looking out to neutral ice. Off a stick of Andre Sutter, and Greg Smith picks it back up. Greg Smith trying to wheel through the neutral zone. He gets it over the blue line. 20 seconds left. Shot goes wide off the outside of the net. Dureau up for Andre Sutter. Takes a hit, getting it to the blue line, not out. Doyle across the blue line to the high slot. Knocked away by Sutter. Back to the near circle. Huggins fires wide. 6 seconds left. Brody Crane chips it to the blue line, not out. Doyle has it knocked away by Jaden Dureau. And Isaac Poulter has his second shutout of the season for win number 24. 3-0 bounce back win for the Admirals after the 6-2 loss yesterday. And they are 1 win away from the 30-win mark on the season. We'll step aside for a brief moment and recap tonight's victory here in just a moment on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network.
We're 20, and yeah, we're celebrating big. Because in 20 years, we didn't just make the gear. We made hockey cooler. They said we were too loud, too flashy, too different. They told us to tone it down. The Warriors don't tone it down. We go full throttle. And this is just the start. 20 years in and we're just getting warmed up. We're still the brand that makes the gear you can win in, chirping, and partying. And if you thought we were bold before, just wait. The next 20 years start now.
We are the spirit of a nation, not in name, but in action. In the lives we lead, in the values we carry forward, that spirit lives on in us. We don't preserve history to look back. We preserve it to move forward, because Williamsburg doesn't stand still. It stands tall. This is Williamsburg, where America's journey begins. Start planning yours today.
Admirals defeat the Gargoyles 3-0. It's their second shutout win of the season. Isaac Poulter did just that back on Saturday, December 20th. It was the teddy bear toss night for the Worcester Railers, and exactly the same kind of score line. 1 goal in that game on the goaltender, and then 2 empty netters. Just this time, there were no teddy bears thrown on the ice after the Admirals' second empty net goal. So Isaac Poulter with his second shutout win of the season, a 20-save performance for 30 in white. His 24th win of the season ties the 1991-92 season goaltender Mark Bernard, who also had 24 wins on the season. That will tie for 4th overall in the most games won by a goaltender in the Admirals ECHL era. And Isaac Poulter, already coming into tonight with 23 wins, has the most wins by an Admirals ECHL goaltender since they rejoined the ECHL following the 15 years in the American Hockey League. Ty Richenbach, with 22 wins back in the 2018-2019 season, held that record until Isaac Poulter took it away from him. And Poulter now with 24 wins and his second shutout of the season. Brody Crane with a 2-point night, 2-goal night at that. Goals 12 and 13 on the season. And Brady Florent with his 31st of the season, also into the empty net. Sutter, Hebert, and Osmundson all finding assists. Norfolk went 0 for 2 on the power play tonight, but the penalty kill was a perfect 7 for 7. Sometimes the goaltender has to be the best penalty killer on the ice from time to time, and I believe Isaac Poulter was one of the best players, period, on the ice for this Admirals team. One more game to go. The season finale will be right back here Sunday afternoon, a 3:15 p.m. puck drop at the First Horizon Coliseum. One final time here from Greensboro, North Carolina. Nick Gimbel saying so long and thank you for making us a part of your Friday night festivities. Come on out to Greensboro or join us right here on the Centera Norfolk Admirals Broadcast Network for the final time this season as the Admirals conclude their regular season right here at the First Horizon Coliseum against the Greensboro Gargoyles. Final score tonight, the Admirals get their second shutout win of the season courtesy of Isaac Poulter. It's a 3-0 win over their North Division rival, the Greensboro Gargoyles.